one thing that's important here is you generally always want your actual triglyceride number to be lower. You also want your blood glucose number to be lower and more stable. You also want, then from there, you could realistically want cholesterol numbers, LDL and HDL, provided it's not a small density LDL number, which is only available on advanced lipid tests. You generally only want those on the sort of thing where essentially we have, a cholesterols can be higher if we have triglycerides lower and we have blood sugar being relatively lower, because this is something that indicates we're not having two types of fuels clogging up the arteries at one given time, right? That's one way to look at it, right? Because we're taught to break things down so much to, cholesterol this, cholesterol that, or, what are the triglycerides? Think of it like this. What's the fundamental problem of having, what we're taught about cholesterol and plaquing arteries? Too much fuel and gunk clogging up the arteries. That's what it is. It's something, so how does that come about? If we look at it just using logic, it's too many fuels going through the road at the same time. That is the way you should look at any sort of issue of cardiovascular health with regards to plaquing or the whole conversation of cholesterol, because it's not the cholesterol itself. And cholesterol will, example, I could sprain an ankle and my cholesterol will crank up through the roof, right? Because my body needs to then my body as a response to a stressor needs to be putting cholesterol or raising cholesterol in the body to actually de-inflame areas, get nutrients to where they need to go. It will go, you could get an injury and raise your cholesterol more than something that would be actually consuming food, right? I'm telling anybody here, I haven't eaten in 3 days. I'm fasted for 3 days. My cholesterol right now is probably higher than it would be throughout the rest of the week, right? So it's the sort of thing where there's so much to get into cholesterol. There's a whole other video on it I'd recommend you guys go watch.